Flow into gratitude as you watch, because one of the deepest financial problems in modern life is not lack of opportunity but the inability to remain psychologically consistent long enough for opportunity to compound, and this problem quietly destroys more potential than failure itself, because most people no longer live in environments designed for depth. They live inside systems engineered for interruption, where attention is constantly pulled apart by notifications, trends, comparisons, urgency, entertainment and invisible pressure, and the human mind adapts to whatever rhythm it repeatedly experiences, which means if your attention is trained in fragmentation, your financial life eventually becomes fragmented too. You start many things but complete few. You become emotionally excited quickly but emotionally exhausted even faster. You consume motivation instead of building structure, and over time your nervous system becomes addicted to novelty while losing the ability to tolerate repetition. And repetition is exactly where wealth is actually formed, because every meaningful form of money, whether through business, investing, skills, creativity, communication, relationships or craftsmanship, is built through sustained focus applied repeatedly across long periods of time. And this is why so many intelligent people remain financially unstable, not because they lack talent but because they lack continuity, and continuity is impossible when the mind constantly seeks stimulation instead of direction, because stimulation creates emotional spikes while direction creates accumulation, and the modern world rewards stimulation publicly but rewards accumulation privately, which means many people look productive, visible, informed, inspired and ambitious while internally remaining trapped in cycles of inconsistency that slowly dissolve momentum before results can mature. And gratitude becomes important here for a reason most people completely misunderstand, because gratitude is not only emotional appreciation, gratitude is attentional grounding. It reconnects the mind with what is already real instead of endlessly chasing the next emotional high, and this grounding stabilizes the nervous system enough for repetition to become tolerable, because one of the biggest reasons people abandon long-term financial growth is that they emotionally underestimate the value of small consistent actions. They want dramatic transformation, visible proof, immediate validation and constant excitement, but wealth rarely grows through emotional intensity. It usually grows through boring consistency repeated long enough for compounding to become visible, and gratitude protects the mind during those invisible phases, because gratitude allows you to recognize progress before results fully appear externally, and that changes behavior dramatically, because when the mind feels connected to meaningful movement, it stops constantly searching for escape, and once escape stops, discipline becomes less painful, because discipline is exhausting only when your present moment feels emotionally empty. And this is why people keep distracting themselves, not because they are lazy but because they have lost connection with the value of slow progress. And the solution to this problem is not more motivation, not more content, not more urgency, but rebuilding your relationship with sustained attention, because attention is the foundation beneath every financial outcome, and whatever repeatedly captures your attention eventually shapes your future, whether consciously or unconsciously. And once you begin protecting your attention like a financial asset, your life changes, because now every hour has direction, every repeated action has purpose, every quiet day contributes to something larger, and gratitude keeps that structure emotionally alive by reminding you that even invisible progress is still progress, and maybe that is the deeper truth.